This is Minister Edom, and I'm coming back at you again on the topic of Jimmy Superfly Snuka dies. And as I was reading this article from CNN, and I'll post the page in my box, and you can just click on, and in your free time, you can read the story about Jimmy Snuka for yourself. Just make sure that you just click onto the CNN, and I'll put it in the box for you. But anyway, to get to the story, I didn't know that Superfly Jimmy Snuka had I guess a class action lawsuit against the WWE, and then all of a sudden he dies. Right after he beats the case from allegedly from 1983, he had supposedly killed his woman or his girlfriend. So I'm gonna read this article, and CNN Jimmy Superfly Snuka, the wrestler known for his high-flying leap off the ring top rope that flattened his opponents, died on Sunday. He was 73. Now you would think, okay, 73 is a nice, ripe old age. It's not super young, he kind of lived his life, etc., etc. I could think the same too until I went further down into the article and the flag started going up for me. And actor and former wrestler Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson announced Snuka's death on behalf of his family. The World Wrestling Entertainment Inc. also confirmed Snuka's death on his website on Sunday. And Dwayne Johnson writes on Twitter, "Our family at Tamina Snuka," which is Jimmy Superfly Snuka's daughter, asked me to share the sad news that her dad, Jimmy Snuka, has just passed away. And then she says, I think, some things in the native tongue of Fiji. Snuka's family did not immediately release his cause of death. Snuka is regarded by many as the pioneer of high-flying offense because of his super splash from the top turnbuckle, the WWE statement said. The signature move in which Snuka vaulted off the rope and landed face down on his opponent, who lay prone on the floor, helped catapult the Fiji-born Snuka to the 1980s fame with World Wrestling Federation. Now, the WWE, he was later inducted into the Hall of Fame. Jimmy Superfly Snuka, during his heyday, was a wrestler. On Sunday, Snuka's daughter, Tamina Snuka, also a WWE star, tweeted, "I love you, Dad." And I remember when Tamina went over to the wrestling federation that Hulk Hogan had started, and I think it was called Impact or TNA, and it changed its name back and forth. I remember seeing Tamina wrestle in that federation. And Snuka's death comes 12 days after a Lehigh County, Pennsylvania judge dropped third-degree murder and involuntary manslaughter charges against him in 1983 death of his ex-girlfriend Nancy Argentino. Judge Kelly Bannock determined Snuka was incompetent to stand trial based on his medical records and testimony provided that by his defense attorney Robert Kuwan II. Argentino's death has been a cold case for decades. On May 10th, 1983, Argentino was found unresponsive on the room at the George Washington Motor Lounge in Allentown, Pennsylvania, where the WWF taped its matches. Man, that's kind of funny. It kind of makes you think, well, was this a sacrifice, or was this just something that really went wrong? Did Snuka, maybe, I know there's cases of steroids a lot in the WWE. Did he steroid out and do something to his woman? I don't know. But I think that's awful funny. And we understand that, the WWE is knee-deep in the Illuminati, just like any other big corporation. Now, to proceeding on with the article, Argentina was pronounced dead a few hours later. Her family won a wrongful death suit against Snuka in 1985, but attorneys didn't charge him in the death. Argentino's family contacted Lee County District Attorney James Martin and asked his team to examine Snuka's 2012 memoir, Superfly, the Jimmy Snuka Story. A grand jury reviewed excerpts and decided to press charges. Snuka was charged in September 2015 at 32 years after Argentino's death. In recent years, Snuka's health took a turn for the worse. He suffered from about a bout of stomach cancer before he was charged in 2015. He underwent intensive surgery in which 3/4 of his stomach, several lymph nodes, and a piece of his large intestine was removed, according to Kirwan. Snuka had also been diagnosed with dementia and showed signs of chronic traumatic encephalopathy. I don't even know how to pronounce it, or CTE, and Alzheimer's-like neurodegenerative disease associated with repeated hits to the head, according to Kirwan. Kirwan says Snuka was placed in home hospice care in October and moved to an in-hospital hospice care at Broward Medical North near his home in Florida on December 17th. CTE cannot be diagnosed without a post-mortem examination of a person's brain, but Snuka's defense attorney argued that he exhibited signs of the disease based on outward symptoms and a series of MRIs taken over 2 years. Snuka is one of the 50 former wrestlers named as plaintiffs in a July lawsuit against the WWE for long-term brain damage they say was incurred during their careers with the company. Then all of a sudden, he dies. He gets pretty much, what's the word I'm looking for, exonerated, or he beats the case with this woman from 1983. He was let go, and then all of a sudden he dies. Now, granted, he had a lot of health problems up until, this could be absolutely natural, but I just didn't realize that he had a lawsuit against the WWE. And usually that doesn't really go too well if anybody knows of Vince McMahon. I've heard it from millions, I mean not millions I shouldn't say, but I've heard from several wrestlers say that, Vince McMahon is a wicked man. So would it be too far-fetched that he basically got bumped off? Was he poisoned for a long time? Did they give him slow kill? I don't know. I'll let you that view the video, I'll let you decide. Let you be the judge and jury. Because until then, I knew that I would just would have rolled it off as okay, it was natural causes. But you beat the case, you get off. I guess you were found innocent. You didn't kill your woman, and then boom, you die. But I don't know. Maybe was it karma? Was it you reap what you sow? Or was it something more sinister? Once again, I'll let you be the judge. With that being said, I'm out.